Freeman, you say these are my sketches. The idea should be understandable. You know what? Gosh, I hate to say this, but it's not. I'm not quite getting it. And plus, I think that there's a little misinterpretation of the requirements here. So let me go over that for you, Freeman, so that we can get this set straight for Sunday's submission for the week. So Jade's got some really good steps, right? Some good comments right here. Excellent comments. What I'm seeing here, though, is as I'm checking the requirements, if we jump down here into the begin stage, the assignment page, you can see right down here, due this week, submit at least 8 thumbnails representing 8 different ideas. This could be 8 ideas for the same tool or separate ideas for 8 different tools. Right now, it looks like you're using a hammer to prepare a pizza, and this is one idea. Okay, you've got 8 frames, but we either need 8 different, completely separate ideas, alternative uses of a hammer, or we need 8 sketches of using a household item for something other than what it's intended for. Do you see what I'm saying? That's really important. Now, as far as this goes, you really want to be careful in how you set up the narrative. So, for example, how did we get to this point? How did we get to the point where this person is using a hammer to? And again, forgive me, I don't know what they're doing with the hammer. Are they rolling the dough or flattening the dough? It's not specifically clear. Another thing is which way do we go here in your sketches? Do we go left to right, or we go top to bottom and then move to the right? Do you see what I'm saying? So my recommendation is to make your presentations as easy as possible for the viewer to understand. So again, if this is your idea to use the hammer as the I guess the flattening the dough for the pizza, you would want to show the problem. So you'd want to show a person getting the dough ready and all of their ingredients on the table, and then all of a sudden they look and they don't have a rolling pin, right? So what do I do now? I'm stuck, right? So aha moment, I've got a hammer. Right? So you get the hammer and start flattening the dough. Then you show them start putting the ingredients on the dough, putting the dough in the oven, and then enjoying a beautiful pizza, right? But you got to set it up. We can't just go straight to the hammer. You want to set it up so that the viewer understands where the problem lies. Why and how did we get to the situation that we're going to use a hammer to roll the pizza dough? Do you see what I'm saying, Freeman? It's really important. And I'll tell you what, it's so important to the success of this assignment that I really, really want you to get with me if you need clarification here. Okay, because this can be a fantastic assignment. It's such an absurd assignment. It's a blast in a portfolio. It is. As a portfolio reviewer, I love when students include pieces that have levity. So in other words, like a kind of a comic relief break in an otherwise very serious situation. Just you know what I'm saying? So I love this assignment for that reason. But it's got to be executed perfectly. So at this point, I would say go ahead and take a look at some of the examples. There's a great example here at the bottom of this page. Actually, both of these are just outstanding. And you can see how the narrative is set up. I would say 12 different frames would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, in between like 9 and 12 frames, I think would be the best. But you can clearly see how each one of these is set up. And each of the narrative frames are kind of connected by something that has to do with the narrative itself to add just like another fun feature, right? This one has the trail of the bee. This one has actually the hairs from Mr. Lumberjack's beard, right? So think about that. Really think about how you're going to set this narrative up. And that, Freeman, I think is going to really define the success of this project to a very, very high degree. Okay, again, very important. Questions, comments, concerns, clarifications, please let me know, and I'll be glad to accommodate you in any of those. Okay, great. Thank you very much, Freeman.